morning, everybody. It's Patrick Morning Show. You know,
Wake up in the morning.
This is
It's the power trip. Corey sauce and hockey, and that's just the tip. Number one in the market, cast 1,000 cheer. Come on in, we're glad you're here. Corey the lead, who can't read the felt hockey. The wild card then, and now the smell sauce is there to get it all wrong together. They're a force screaming out this song. Power trip, morning show, it's fun. The only morning show greater than the sun. Days to hear the talk show. The Power Trip morning show won't stop.
Patrick Goldenrod, his band, The Rozone. AI, obviously.
Still.
Well done. Thank you.
It's a little
That's
combination of like, it's like Depeche Mode meets Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
It's got that like 80s synth vibe, but man,
Yeah.
it does suck for people like Drake because artificial intelligence is officially better than anything he's ever done.
You are
like,
correct.
I legitimately like that song better than Hotline Bling,
Yeah.
and it's not close.
Yeah.
It's interesting. One thing that AI is having a hard time doing is mixing. Have you noticed that, Zacho?
Yeah.
Like you could barely hear the vocals in that. So there's something, and I'm sure there's something that can be adjusted. But if you have, I don't know, have you guys done this at all on AI
No.
yet?
No. Yeah.
If you create a song, the mix is always almost intolerable. You can never hear the vocal. It's weird, but I'm sure it'll figure it out before it takes over the universe. Speaking of that song by Patrick Goldenrod, thank you for that. That's the Power Trip. That's the name of the song. He mentioned that the morning show is number one, and thanks to everybody out there because our numbers are incredible. It's just unbelievable. The reason I bring it up is because I always get these emails from Barrett Media talking about different ratings for television and sports and stuff like that. Sports is still just killing it, man.
Yeah.
ESPN Networks drew more than 20 million viewers for the Chiefs-Buccaneers Monday Night Football game. I mean, people are tuning in record numbers for anything related, especially to football. But even the World Series, as quickly as that went by, the numbers were really, really good. So there you go. People love sports, I guess.
Yeah. Sports are the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, listeners, for making us the ratings higher than they've ever been. Unbelievable. Never would have guessed, because I don't think the show's any good at all.
Same.
Oh.
It's weird. It's almost like the worse we get, the better our ratings get.
Isn't that true?
That's correct. They're directly inverted.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
Yep. Fantastic.
More Wednesday Addams dresses.
Well, again, I just told Carly during the break, I go, I have a hunch we're going to break records at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think the streaming numbers are going to be gigantic.
Yeah.
We'll see. Good luck to you. It's time for the news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey.
Oh, yes. Carbonis, please. Know that I love you. And thank you for sponsoring the news. And I do love Carbonis. Let me tell you guys something about the cheese and pepperoni pizza that I had the other night. Yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. Which sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a song. I swear to God, I didn't write it. That's a real song.
How did you get love in your tummy? Careful.
It was
Lost a bet.
accident. Had a blindfold on. What can I say?
An accident.
Oh, no.
Been there,
Were you
brother.
startled? My God. You guys are
We're going to start. We're going to start. Let's see. Obviously, we have a new president. That is official. It's done. Congratulations. Let's see what else is going on. No. Not going to do that one either. Daylight savings.
Oh.
Daylight savings time is now over until next March. Yeah, I know that's true, but check this out. The time change affects people in different ways, with some experiencing seasonal affective disorder. Dr. Don Buckland with Work Care says it's hard to shift to starting our day in the dark and ending it in the dark.
In the dark.
God, I wish we could play that song. I love
Yeah,
that
that's
Too. I
freaking
love
song.
that song.
In the
That's Billy
dark.
Squire.
Oh, that's not Wasp?
No.
No, but Wasp rules as well. Thank you.
Wasp
I think they're in
sucks.
concert this week.
Where?
Probably somewhere in
The
America.
Nest.
Thank you. Well done.
Boss.
Man,
Clock changes.
that would be terrible if somebody woke up with 103
Yeah,
fever
fuck.
and missed wasp.
They're at the Fillmore tomorrow at 7.
That's what I thought.
Are you going to
you.
go?
I might actually go. Wait, I can't. I believe I'm going to see Sugarland tomorrow.
So is everybody else.
Over Wasp? You love Wasp.
I love Sugarland.
What's your favorite Wasp song? Will you sing it, please?
I'm a wild child. Come and love me. I want you.
Sounds like David Lee Roth.
What's your
isolated
other one?
vocals?
I'm blind in Texas.
What a terrible
I would think that Wasp would be attracted to Sugarland.
Oh, and I see what you did there.
Oh, well played.
By the way, Blind in Texas is about Ray Charles. He was lost as hell.
Wow. Hawk, they have
He
VIP
was supposed
tickets.
to be in Indiana. How that son of a bitch get down there? He went the wrong way. Who's letting him drive?
Hawk, check this out. This is going to
this
sway
out.
you to go see Wasp tomorrow.
I will go see Wasp tomorrow.
Do both.
For
I can do both.
$350 for their VIP package.
Stop.
Yep.
What do you get? What do you get?
Here's what you get.
You better get some raw meat.
You get a photo with Blackie Lawless,
Truth.
2 personal items autographed, $50 merch coupon, which you need, Hawk, set of guitar picks. You get a Q&A with Blackie Lawless. You can ask him whatever you want.
I'd say, should I make better financial choices?
You get a photo with Elvis, the original.
No, the original Elvis?
He's
No,
dead.
the original
I thought he was
Black
dead.
Widow bass guitar.
Yeah, man.
You get vintage items, Hawk, from the
Vintage.
Wasp warehouse.
Do you get stung?
You will not receive a physical ticket for the VIP meet and greet.
Of course,
$350, man.
Why would they spring for a physical ticket?
Yeah.
You only gave them $350.
$350.
That's not bad,
That's
right,
a
Hawk?
great deal.
Actually, I mean, yeah, that's not
That's a
bad.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what it is?
look, if you were a giant fan of a band, $350, that's a pretty solid
That's
deal
a
for
pretty
that
solid
full
deal, man,
experience.
yeah.
$350 to meet Dave Matthews. I'd give you $650. Well, that's
Why?
not even double yet.
Why would you pay me $3 more than I just
Deal.
Just as
offered.
a nice thing.
You'd tip Dave Matthews $300?
Yeah, probably. But it doesn't look like the tickets are selling.
Like, Carly, would you pay $350 to meet Brett Michaels?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you were going to get to do that for free.
Would you tip him $300?
Thanks, Core.
Sorry, Wednesday.
That's what Core does.
Thanks, Core.
That sucks. How long did that sickness last? 24 hours? Like literally just long enough to miss the concert or what? Like by Sunday morning,
no.
were you back on your feet?
I felt kind of crappy on Friday. Hit real hard on Saturday.
Then it
God,
hit.
yeah.
Jeez.
Then still felt it Sunday. And like I'm not 100%. So
Well, you
Okay.
can't tell.
it's hanging around.
Carly,
What do I got?
what do you have on New Year's Eve?
Oh, boy.
Do you have plans?
Is he
Oh,
back?
boy. Wasp?
No, is he back?
How would you like to drive to Morton, Minnesota and see him on New Year's Eve?
Jackpot
Oh, that'd be so
Junction?
much
I would
fun.
do
That's
it.
a great room, by the way. Played there once. Were you with us when we played there, Zeko?
How far is
no.
Morton?
It's pretty far. From here, what, 4 hours?
Oh, that's not bad.
No, because it's on the way to Brookings.
Here, let me
It's
just.
probably about 2.
You think it's that little?
I think so.
yeah.
It feels like forever because
It does, yeah.
no offense to southwestern Minnesota, but
Oh yeah, hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
right
it
here.
seems farther than that. I don't
way,
mean
it's
to be
probably
mean,
not
but
good
it does.
no, that's southwestern
I would
Minnesota
go.
for you.
That show is not. Hang on.
It's probably sold out 3 times over.
Wow.
They probably have to do 3 different midnights.
How?
The show looks. It looks like it's not on his tour site. It's not on his actual website, but I found it on another site. But he doesn't list that show, so maybe who knows? Conflicting reports. Just show up and cross your fingers. You never know.
That's a good idea. You get to
Yeah,
gamble
it's
no matter
on.
what.
What a
It's on
fun
the
New Year's Eve
casino's
night.
website.
It is.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be that
that's
would
a
be a
good
fun
sign.
show. That'd be a fun show. I don't think I'm playing anywhere on New Year's Eve this year. Do we have a game this year?
I don't think so.
Weird.
No.
I remember, what was it, last year, year before last, when I played a gig and got done at a little after midnight and drove to Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Got pulled over for flashing my lights at a guy.
Did you really?
Yeah, there were a bunch of deer, and they were right by the road.
Oh dear.
Yeah, right. And I was in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. And so, yeah, you're right. The beer were drunk. And
Beer were drunk.
so there was a car coming at me, and I flashed my lights
Freudian
on
slip.
to allow the gentleman to know that there were deer everywhere. And then that gentleman ended up being a police officer, and he turned around. He's like, dude, don't be flashing your lights at people. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man, but there was like a whole herd of deer over there. And he let me go.
He's trying to be a nice guy.
I was trying to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
I was.
Well, that's kind of you.
Obesity doctors are reporting high demand for weight loss drugs, but say supply and insurance hurdles persist. The list price for a month of Eli Lilly's Zepbound and Novo Nordisk's Wegovy is more than $1,000. And many insurance companies just ain't going to cover it.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh.
Because of that, the two pharmaceutical companies are offering coupons that slash the cost of those drugs about half. But many patients are turning to unregulated and untested versions sold online, which is never a good idea.
Maybe
right?
don't do that.
Patients also complain about having to go from pharmacy to pharmacy in search of those two things. Food and Drug Administration, which took Zepbound off its shortage list early last month, hasn't commented. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you can get them at Livia, if you don't mind me doing my own little commercial, because that's they've been supporting the Power Trip for a long time. Livia's got that with Livia Medical. It's a freaking miracle. I'm down to 165 right now. I could
That's a
wrestle.
huge
I could go back
bitch.
to high school and wrestle right now.
That's a huge bitch. Freak.
I'd be just as bad as I was then, maybe worse.
That was the actual weight class you wrestled in?
167.
No
yeah.
kidding.
Wow, good for you, man.
Is it like boxing where there are names, or is it just the number?
No, just the number.
Just the number.
Yeah, there is heavy weight, which is over a certain amount, or there was when I was wrestling, but that was 100 years ago.
Right.
But there you go.
All right. Sauce, sports when we come back. Carly
Absolutely.
wants to know what happened.
Let's
I
do it.
have all of it.
But first, we have to go to High V with Jonathan Grenard.
Time now for the Vikings Report, presented by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Linebacker Jonathan Grenard joins the Power Trip next, thanks to Hy-Vee.
Tune into Wild Wednesday each week for your chance to win tickets to see your Minnesota Wild in an upcoming game. Wild Wednesdays are presented by Jim Beam, a crowd pleaser since 1795.
Hi, everybody. 7:23. Good morning, Abba. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. This is Den of Thieves and Spoils of War. He's about to make a cool noise. Look at the photo, Maddie said.
Marnie, your phone's ringing. Den of Thieves, this is Tommy's favorite band.
Oh, yeah.
Loves that movie.
He loves that film.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was a film. Hey, has this ever happened to you before? I went to see a movie yesterday, and in the middle of the movie, all the electricity in the city of Rogers went out.
I have had a screen go off, but
Yeah,
I don't think the
yeah.
whole theater's power went off. But I've had a projector just stop working. That sucks.
What were you going to see?
But you
I
had
was-
complete darkness?
Yeah, complete dark. Well, and the fog lights, or not, what do you call it? The emergency lights came on. You know?
Okay.
And I'm like, whoa, that's weird.
Hello,
and
darkness, my...
so apparently the whole theater was out, and they've done great things to the Rogers Theater, by the way.
What movie did you see? You saw the Liam Neeson movie 2 days ago.
Yeah, yesterday I saw a movie called We Live in Time. Sad as hell. I'm
hell is
What
that?
is that?
I'm glad that the movie went off because I know I was in for it, man. I might still be crying right now.
So
For
it never
different reasons.
finished?
No, I never got to. So here's what happened.
Oh, what happened?
So they gave us what do you call it?
Refunds?
Everybody was in the theater, got a ticket for another movie, a ticket for a free popcorn, a ticket for a free drink, and a ticket for a free snack as an apology.
Yeah.
But it was the weirdest thing. You're right in the middle of it, and then bam, everything goes off.
So a movie that you probably will not watch again?
I will probably wait until it's on like a movie theater or a movie
Streaming
service,
service.
yeah, and then I'll watch the end of it to see what happens. But I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that it didn't end well,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
You got to start watching Penguin, man.
Yeah, I need to start doing it. But I love going to the movie theaters, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And especially because they got pinball over there too. So
You sure do.
awesome. I love pinball.
All right, Sauce. Carly's bored out of her mind. She's waiting for sports
I've been
news.
waiting for sports
Time
since
for
I
Fan
got
5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
The Minnesota Vikings battle Jacksonville on Sunday at noon, pregame at 10. We will get our first injury report today. The Vikings are 4.5-point favorites, but yesterday they put Will Reichert and Andrew DePaula on the IR, and then they signed John Parker Romo, and then they signed a new long snapper by the name of Jack McQuaid.
Jake.
Is that
What is
Tony
it?
Romo's?
Jake McQuaid will be the new long snapper for your Minnesota Vikings. So Will Reichert and Andrew DePaulo will be out for at least 4 games.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
Neat.
How many of us on the Power Trip Morning Show fall into the camp of, this isn't necessarily superstitious, just does anybody feel better, though, that the Vikings won and Reichard missed, just to get that out of the way?
I mean,
Yeah.
for
you
sure.
guys in that camp? Just the anti-Gary Anderson take, those
That's
of
a
us who
good
lived
point.
through Gary Anderson.
Golly, ma.
I was at that game.
Were you really?
Yep.
The 99 NFC title game?
I was too.
You were, Hawk?
I was.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, where I was sitting, it looked like it went through. I'll never forget it. Everybody
Yikes.
in my section thought it went through.
And
Everybody.
it was dead quiet leaving there. Just
Yeah, shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, little did we know.
So then how do you feel then about him finally missing? Do you feel like, all right, now we just got that out of the way. Now he can just go back whenever he's healthy again, of course.
no, because I think he can miss any time.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not superstitious, so I didn't really care. I thought it was super cool that he hadn't missed. And I like that they thought about letting him bomb it from 70 a couple of weeks ago. That's awesome.
He was going to vomit from 70?
Wow.
Yes.
That
That's
would be
projectile.
Projectile vomiting Kermit, like on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, one of my all-time favorite bits. Just a puppet of Kermit the Frog getting wheeled through the stage and projectile vomiting everywhere.
70.
Made me laugh
That would be
every time. Oh yeah,
That was a bit.
projectile vomiting Kermit.
Yeah.
Same era as the masturbating bear and the FedEx Pope. A lot of good bits back in the day.
That really is freedom if you can just do whatever.
He did.
I mean, that's it.
That's why he's the GOAT.
That whole writing group was fantastic.
Did whatever he wanted.
All right.
What's that dude's name? David Tell, I think, was one of the writers on that show.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The NFL trade deadline was yesterday. The Vikings did not make any moves. Week 10 starts tomorrow with the Ravens hosting the Bengals. The Ravens are 6-point favorites. The over-under is 52.5. That game, I think, is going to be on
TV,
and I think
Radio.
it's on
Amazon.
96.7, which is
That's Cool 108.
Cool 108.
Yeah.
So it's on Cool 108 tomorrow. Zacho, the Wild were routed 5-1 by the Kings. The Wild scored the first goal, then the Kings scored 5 straight. The Wild's 3-game losing streak is snapped. They are 8
Winning streak.
winning streak. I even wrote winning streak.
Carly, how do you think he's doing so far? He said Jack McQuaid, and now he said losing streak when it was
I
winning
think he's
streak.
doing great.
Thank you,
I
Carl.
mean,
You're very supportive.
Yeah, you
we
really
can
are.
make a few mistakes
Yeah, thanks.
in life.
God bless you, Sauce.
Thank you. They are 8-2
Yeah, Tiny
and
Tim.
2. They battle the Sharks, Zacho, tomorrow at 9:30.
Yeah, you know what? Tough loss. We talked
tough,
earlier,
guys.
the power play definitely let them down. But, they were due for a stinker, and they got one. Hate to drop one on at home, but 3 very winnable games on the road coming up. The Sharks on Thursday, the Ducks the day after that, and then the Blackhawks on Sunday. So all 3 of those teams very beatable and bottom of the standings. So hopefully they can get some more points on the road before they come back home a week from tomorrow.
Hey, Chris, I was just looking up Jake McQuaid because I'd never heard that name before. The new long snapper for the Minnesota Vikings while DePaul is on IR. Dude's 36. Almost, he's going to turn 37 in a month. So we got a vet. 36
Wow.
years old on the brink of being
love that
37.
idea.
He is old.
I love that idea, though.
Old.
You want a guy who's not going to be affected by the pressure? How many teams
Yeah.
has he played for?
So he played for the Rams from 2011 through 2020.
Okay.
Then the Cowboys, Lions, and then was a member of the offseason or practice squad with the Bears, and now he's with us. So
I love it.
Like
He's
3 or
not
4
gonna be
teams.
freaked out. He's got a great beard.
Now he has
He really
an
does.
ARP card.
That is a great
say that
beard.
again?
An ARP card.
Oh, an ARP card.
He's
Yeah.
that old?
Old.
Almost 37.
I like that beard, Jake. If you're listening right now, well played.
Keep that beard.
I
He
bet
looks
cuts down
like
trees.
he looks like the guy from the fertilizer commercial that I referenced earlier, the Scott's fertilizer stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy was
Yeah.
also in Game of Thrones. He's got the same
Yeah.
kind of facial structure and red beard as that guy does.
Yeah, he does.
I want to see a pic of
At
this
least on
guy.
his
Oh my gosh.
Wikipedia page.
You got him?
He went to Elder.
Yeah, Elder, right outside of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
He's a lumberjack.
He does look like a lumberjack.
This guy's snapped in a lot of big games, man.
Yeah.
He went to Ohio State from 2006, 2010. Look at you, damn.
2-time Pro Bowler. He was a Pro Bowler in 2016 and 2017.
There would have been overlap, I would guess, with our coach in Los Angeles. Would that be right?
2020?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, KOC was still
think so.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. There you go.
Right?
When he was playing back in the 80s.
Jesus, Carly.
Carly. Wow.
Look at Carly walking around thinking she's 23 still.
Sure.
Because she's Wednesday Adams.
Yeah,
I
he
can
was.
be whatever I want to be.
Apparently, you're dressed up as Wednesday today on a Wednesday. It's fitting.
Yeah.
You're right on brand, right on theme.
He was with the Rams, 2020 to 2021.
Cool.
That'd
Who,
be
KOC?
KOC, yeah. So there is overlap.
There you go. See?
The Wolves battle the Bulls tomorrow at 7. The Wolves are 6.5-point favorites. Pregame is at 6:45 right here on The Fan.
Sunday's a nooner, right?
Yes,
In Jacksonville?
yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You leave Saturday, I would guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be great. Rutgers hosts our Gophers. They're now our Gophers because they've won 4 straight.
Damn right.
This Saturday at 11, pregame at 9. The Gophers, again, are road favorites.
They
are
should be.
Rutgers is terrible. They're 6-point favorites. The over-under is 46.5.
So the Gophers have won 4 straight. Rutgers has lost 4 straight. Callie McManus isn't good, but we knew that when he was here. He's just not very good. And I believe a couple of those losses, somebody double check, but I know one of them was against USC, who the Gophers beat. I think UCLA was in that group as well. So I think a couple of the teams that the Gophers just beat are also the teams that Rutgers just lost to.
Rutgers has lost to Nebraska, Wisconsin, UCLA, and USC.
There it is, UCLA and USC.
Yeah.
So 2 teams we beat, 2 teams they lost to. Brosmer, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Callie McManus has 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Does somebody have a bet with Tommy that Callie McManus wins like Big Ten Player of the Year?
You and I do.
Am I going to make money off that?
I'm pretty
I
sure
always
you and I
forget.
do.
I just,
Yeah, we do.
Not accept that cash.
I think
Of course I'm going
I think
to.
it was like $500.
Can't be.
You can't do
It's
that to him.
something. Power Trip Bets, if he's still alive, he'll let us know. But I think we bet him that.
Okay, here's why it might be
'Cause of
500. I
course
hope it's
before
not because I'm going to
Kelly-
feel a little bad about
No!
that.
Should.
No.
I'm going to accept it.
You
Carly
took
knows this. I know.
$1,000 for
Yeah.
me.
Minus
Yeah, sorry about
160,
that.
but yes. I guess I technically took 1,000 from you and gave 160 back.
Yeah.
However, the reason why it might be 500 is my guess is when Tommy said that's what he wanted to bet. I probably said name any dollar
Yes.
amount you want, and if he had said
Yes.
$37,000, I still would have taken it.
And as
So that sounds like it's possible. Power Trip Bets will verify.
to Hockey's point, I guarantee you this had to have been before Callie McManus ever took a snap with the Gophers. And he just thought because he'd been at practice, he was going to be Big Ten Player of the Year.
Maybe.
It
I don't
had
know.
to have been.
Who knows?
Do we owe Hawk money yet?
Oh, if they went on Sunday, we'd.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you owe one of us owes Tommy and one of us owes Hawk.
Someone's got to let me know
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I forget.
That's all right. The college football playoff ranking was released yesterday. Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Miami 4, Texas 5, Penn State 6, Tennessee 7, Indiana Hogs Daddy at 8. They are 9-0.
How about it?
BYU, they are 8-0. Notre Dame 7-1. Bama 6-2. The only 2-loss team in this whole bit. And Boise State 7-1.
A lot of ways for a lot of teams to still make that top 12, though.
Yeah, man. I love it. Let's
That's
go.
what makes it great.
College football.
Yep. In a normal year, Alabama would probably be toast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now they're still in it.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Any big games this
I
weekend?
was just
That's
looking
awesome?
at that. Let me look here. See, as you would
This
say,
time of year,
Hogs Daddy.
every game's big.
Let's see. Yeah, Georgia, Ole Miss,
Okay, that's a good one.
Indiana, Michigan. How about this? Indiana, Michigan. What do you think the spread is in the Indiana hosting Michigan game this weekend?
I'm going to say the Hoosiers are something like 8-point favorites.
Hogs?
That might be a little high.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'm
3.
going to go 6 point.
3-point favorites.
7.5.
14.
That's no. Are you
Jeepers.
serious?
Indiana,
That-
8th ranked Indiana,
Wow.
9-0, 6-0 in the Big Ten, is a 14-point favorite over Michigan. And I know it's college football, and things change. They won the national championship last year.
Yeah, and they're not good this year. I get that.
They're not
and
good.
Indiana's very good, but 14 points is a lot of points to give a team like Michigan.
And then Hogs Daddy,
Yikes.
LSU hosts Bama at night on
Now
Saturday.
we're talking. That's what I will be watching.
Yeah,
That's
Penn
it.
State
can
hosts
that
Washington. I'll take Indiana 14.
Oh, yeah, who wouldn't? Wait.
I'll take Indiana in the 14 points.
Laying the 14.
Yeah, I'll lay the 14.
So you're saying if I take Michigan,
You get 14.
Yep.
I will definitely take that.
$100?
$100.
Deal.
Good job, Hawk.
Thanks, buddy.
That's smart gambling right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because, like,
Hey,
yeah,
Hawks,
Oregon
hey,
game
Hawks,
was
Indiana won by
competitive, right?
35. You owe me $100.
I'll send you a Venmo right now.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, that night game, Hogs, Bama at LSU, that'll be a great game. Because if Alabama loses, they're out. They won't make. I think the only 3-loss team will be the Gophers, according to Tommy. But, yeah, there's a lot of good college football.
Speaking of Venmo, stay with me because this is absolutely changing the subject in
neighbor
like
Ven?
16 different ways. So my kiddo's in gymnastics. Last week at the gymnastics meet, you got a slight discount if you paid for admission to the gymnastics meet in cash versus Venmo. It was $2 cheaper to just give them cash.
Sure.
Do you know what it costs to watch 10-year-olds do gymnastics in 2024? Do you know what the ticket was?
$10.
22.
25.
5.
Would you guess? $5. It was $17 if you paid on Venmo, $15 if you paid on cash. And the meet that we had in Forest Lake about a month ago was $20 a ticket.
Wow.
And that was the one that we invited basically every family member, and we immediately felt we're like $20 what?
Quit
To watch a
watching 'em.
10-year-old do gymnastics? This is insane.
Don't watch them.
Yeah, did you?
Are you allowed to heckle
choose
if you
to
pay that
leave?
much?
Yeah.
Drop
right.
them off, go
Yep,
to the
I'm
bar, and be back in an hour.
It's crazy. Gymnastics by itself is expensive, and now you have to pay, I don't know, $100 or so if like a family of
That's absurd. What are
6 or 7 go
Where
watch
does
a
that
kid
go?
I don't know. It is absurd. It should be like $5. I get it, right? You need some dollars to do something. Sure.
Keep the lights on.
$17 a ticket on Venmo. Give me a break. Paul, your hands up.
Quickly, this is all on the same day. Hogs is going to be very upset with you and I. You ready? Mm-hmm. Tommy Olson bet that Ethan Kaliakmanis would be drafted in the NFL draft, which every year he's eligible.
No chance.
We each would get 100 if he isn't drafted.
That's free money.
That's
Go on.
free money.
Okay, I'm going to add up how much money I'm going to
Okay.
win. That's 100.
The same day, he bet that Ethan Kaliakmanis will win Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year before he graduates. Our 500 to Tommy's 100.
Okay, so we're getting 100.
We're getting 100, yeah.
We gave him 5-1. So
Yeah.
he does win 500 if it
Yeah,
happens, but
for
we're
me.
going to need another 100.
So that's $200 free money.
$200 free money.
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
should
Tommy.
not take that money. That is
He
not.
would take our 500.
No, you
would.
have to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it.
You have to take it.
Yeah.
Your bet is your
Tommy's
word.
a very good gambler.
He is. He pays
yeah.
quick, too.
Terrible at it.
He's terrible at it, but that's the kind of gambler.
But didn't Power for
like.
Bets once say that Tommy wins a lot of short-term gopher bets, loses all of the
Yeah.
long-term
and he's
ones?
won a couple golf bets,
Right,
too.
but I'm saying I think in the long run, I think he's actually doing okay on gopher bets. He just can't stay away from the long-term, dreaming.
I bet $1,000 on sauce swimming.
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know.
Easiest money I have ever made in my entire
That wasn't
life.
my proudest moment.
Vikings news is next. Carly Zucker is here. She's dressed like Wednesday Addams. You can see that in 20 minutes on the stream. Thanks to Quantum Fiber, the Power Hour starts in 20 minutes on the Fan.
This is Dakota Shakedown on Snowy Road. Sounds good, guys. Nice job.
Fan.
Hey, everybody. Good morning to you. 7:45. Get up. You might be waking up feeling down. You know what?
Set it on the water.
We all get one
and
vote.
if it flows,
Maybe you're happy. Maybe you're sad.
ride the river
If you voted, it's all you can do.
till the sea.
Try not to let it
A good friend of mine.
ruin a good day. Even a foggy one out there.
It is crazy foggy.
It is. Because you only get so many days,
Yeah.
Corey. You only get so many of them. Don't waste one of them if you can help it.
How many do I get? Do you know how many I have left?
I know, but I'm not allowed to tell
I
you.
hope you have a lot.
I am not
10
allowed
to
to tell
12.
you.
I hope you
What
have
is
a
it?
lot.
Under 12?
She said 10 to 12, but it is
10
under
to 12.
Yeah, 10
all right,
to
so
12.
I'm
Yeah,
not
she's
going
right.
to. Well, it's all right. I don't really like Thanksgiving food anyway. I just have canes. So I'm going to miss Thanksgiving.
Deals you messed up.
I just asked for 4 days off in December. I'm not going to see those. Maybe I should bump those up.
Oh.
Like starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
You had 12 days. I think you could take a few days off.
I would take all 12 off.
You wouldn't spend it with us?
Got to go to Vegas one last time, right?
Yeah, that's a great
Be on the
point.
first flight out of here.
Yeah, correct.
The kids want to come with, fine, but Daddy will be in Vegas.
Yeah.
A little foggy to fly today. Nervous about that.
Is this Wasp?
Yeah, this is Wasp.
Wow. I like this.
Sauce, by the way, if I have 10 to 12 days to live and I'm on the first flight out of here to go to Vegas, I don't have to be like vague anymore. I can just ask this because what's the difference, right? Can your dad or Rosie give me a name I should drop at the Bunny Ranch just so I can get a good deal? Because I'd still like to save money even though it's almost over for me.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you know who I asked for, or do I just text them and ask?
Yeah. Ask for Hockey's sister.
No. I'm not asking for a specific gal. I'm asking for like a discount or like a VIP experience where, you know, like whoever the Dennis Hoff is now.
He died.
No, he died. But whoever that guy is now, I'd like the world-class experience.
Why did Hawk not take that day off?
I think he did.
No,
I think you just asked for the Rosen.
Yeah,
Oh, don't know what that means?
Yeah. Does your sister still work there, Hawk?
No, she can't afford to work there anymore.
Oh.
So
She likes paying for it herself now.
Oh.
Sort of thing.
Good for her.
Yeah.
How's her son doing?
I just looked up
don't know.
the Rosen on the Bunny Ranch website to see if they just advertise that deal, and they do. They
It's
do.
a great package.
You know what the Rosen is?
You get two
No.
gals under the age of 25, and you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, one of your buddies pays for it.
Yeah. I think it's called the
Mark
Parish.
Parrish
I think
pit,
keyword
yeah.
is Mark Parrish.
All right.
The whole wide world, Carly's just waiting to meet you, baby.
I can't wait.
Where do you want to go next? Carly, do you have a...
Well, I'm going to New York today.
You're going to New York today?
Yeah.
Dressed like that?
Oh, come on.
Corey.
No,
I think she looks great.
so do I. I'm just asking what your flight fit is going to be. Is that what you're going to...
No. I'm going to put on something cozy.
Right. That
That's
doesn't
not a
doesn't
lot.
look like a comfortable outfit for an airplane.
Yeah, no.
Okay. What are you doing in New
very
York? Can you say or can you not say? Wheeling and dealing?
Yeah, Soph and a friend are gonna go to Jason's game.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's
she
great.
hasn't seen him in a few months, and so this is perfect.
The
This
game's
is
tonight
great.
or is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yep, and so she is going to see his game, and that'll be great.
Awesome.
Yep, and I'm just chaperoning.
You can wear that outfit anywhere. That's a good looking outfit.
Yeah.
You know where that outfit would look
Yeah,
best?
Core.
Your mic's on.
You want
On
me to
your
answer for you?
floor?
100%. That's what he was going to say.
Jeez.
But this time I didn't say my floor. I'm cleaning it up in this joint
Yeah.
for Vikings news.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power
That's
Trip.
right, I got
presented
audio.
by
Brought to you by Radco. I love you, Radco, and I love you, Matt Daniels. Who's Matt Daniels, Sauce?
He's the special teams coach.
That's exactly right. Here he talks about our kicker and the problems he had versus the Colts.
You know, we'll end up going 0 for 2, but, you know, it was good to see him bounce back, to be able to kind of come through on 3 for 3 with the PATs. And, you know, he's hard on himself, and, you know, I try to help him out so he don't beat himself up too much, because he's done an unbelievable job up to this point. He'll continue to do that. His confidence is unwavered. It'll always be there, supreme confidence. And so with that, you know, we'll get ready to get back to work.
He is going to have a hard time now that he's injured getting into the facility, because I'm going to tell you guys, I know people joke about it all the time. He is a fantastic kicker. And from what I hear, a fantastic dude. He looks nothing like a football player.
Yeah.
Right.
It is unbelievable when he walks by you in the locker room. And you're like, oh, yeah, that guy is one of the best kickers in the NFL right now. That
Do they
guy right
have?
there.
Do they all have laminated passes? Do they have key cards? How do they get in the building?
Beep, bop, boop.
Got
I think
it.
it's
Yeah.
a code.
Yeah.
So then, I mean,
Yeah.
Magic.
but to your point, if he's wandering around and
Yeah.
some security guard's like, hey,
Fat Albert's working
what?
security.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
100%. You got to have somebody huge that can push people around.
Outcast is over there, too.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, my guess is he probably gets questioned. What are you doing here? Well, I'm the kicker.
The lonesome kicker.
Well, then right this way, sir.
Who's Wes Phillips, Sauce?
Wes Phillips is the offensive coordinator.
Who's TJ Hawkinson?
He is a tight end for your Minnesota Vikings.
One talks of the other here.
Just good to have him back. You know, we were keeping track of his rep count throughout. We didn't necessarily have a set number, but we didn't want him, to overload him in his first game back. I think he felt it a little bit. Just getting back into real football and that kind of shape. But it was good to have him out there. He did some good things, and I think that'll continue.
I like the idea of doing Vikings news while quizzing Sauce.
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
It's fun.
I like that,
Just
yeah.
in case.
Thank you.
And
you
you
got the
know what?
TJ one, right?
Yeah, isn't Wes Phillips the offensive
Yeah,
coordinator?
for sure.
Oh.
I'm just
and
saying.
it keeps me
You got them all right so far.
involved.
Yeah, that's
the key.
If I say your name, you will listen.
Yes, correct.
That's right. Sauce?
Yes,
Who's
Daddy.
Brian Flores?
Brian Flores is one of the best defensive coordinators in football.
Who's Dallas Turner?
Dallas Turner is the 17th overall pick for your Minnesota Vikings, who is a defensive end / linebacker.
Very good. Can we go back to Flores for a second?
Certainly.
I was listening to election night coverage last night on the old radio when I was driving to Kazi's in Stillwater. And I still don't know why news organizations do this, but they'll interview one person and ask them why they voted for somebody.
Sure.
Like somehow that's going to give us insight to the rest of that race in that county or state. It's like, what does this person's vote have anything to do with anything? Anyway, right? It just seems like really extreme narrowcasting, and it seems like you're just wasting 45 seconds of valuable airtime. Anyway, last night they interviewed this guy, and the guy says he wasn't going to vote.
I was listening at the exact
You know
same
exactly
time.
what I'm going to say,
I
right?
was listening at the exact same
And you know
time.
what I'm going to say
Yes.
then. So he says, well, I wasn't going to vote, but my girlfriend says she was going to dump me.
Yeah.
And the gal goes, is that true? He goes, no, but I thought it'd be funny to say it. And I'm like, well, nobody's laughing, buddy.
Right.
It was the opposite of funny. He was trying to, I think he was trying to go viral by being clever. He was very annoying.
Yeah.
Guy's name, though? Brian Flores.
No.
100%.
And the
His name was Brian Flores. And I couldn't stop thinking, what if this is the defensive coordinator for the Vikings saying it? And it didn't sound anything like him, but it was Brian Flores.
my immediate thought was, you moron,
Yep.
you had her. Just say, yeah, I'm telling the truth. You will go national if some
Right.
that you will
Correct.
go viral if you stay with your bit. He immediately flipped his bit.
And he goes, no, I just thought it would be funny to say that. And she was like, okay, great.
Well, you're a moron.
Like, what? I don't get the joke even.
I know.
Because it did sound believable.
It
It's
did.
like,
I thought he was telling the truth.
I wasn't going to vote today, but my girlfriend said she'd break up with me if I did, and so I did. He didn't say it with like sarcasm. He just said it like, yeah, she talked me into it, which is probably a story that happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse just goes, come on, like we got to vote. Get out and vote. This guy did it. The reporter bought it, as she should have. This guy was so lame. But his name was Brian Flores, and that's why it's Vikings news.
Well played.
Here's
Crazy
Brian,
that you heard that.
the
too.
other Brian Flores talking about Dallas Turner and the fact that he played a lot last weekend.
Dallas is the next guy in. He went in, played well. Gink said he was ready to go back in, and we've just, kept the same kind of grouping, for the remainder of the game. And Dallas did a few good things as well. So, again, that's a deep room. There's a lot of good players in there. And, by and large, we'll go with the hot hand.
There you go. He looked pretty good, man. That was the game you called, Sauce.
Yeah, I thought he would have a good game, and he did. He played really well.
I was not going to watch that game on Sunday because obviously I don't have to do a fan line anymore. But Angie made me watch it because she's like, it's for your job or whatever.
Really?
No, she didn't say that. I just thought that would be funny to say, though.
I thought you were.
It was.
I just thought it would be funny to say that she told me to say that. But she didn't say that.
But she just wanted you downstairs.
Yeah. In fact, I don't.
right.
I'd have to
No,
think back on
relax.
Sunday if she even
Not
talked to
that.
me at all.
I doubt it.
Let's see. That was Sunday, right?
Ooh,
Sunday. Sunday. Did she talk to me Sunday? I don't remember now. Probably not.
Probably not.
I just thought it'd be funny to say
Did she
that.
talk to you today?
Oh, no.
Is Hot Ass Randy at your house?
No, I think he's celebrating.
Wow, I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, my God.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was. I worked
Too
with you
easy.
too long. I knew you were going to say that.
This might be the one day that my wife doesn't want him over.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway. Check this out. I think I might have done this last week, but I still think this is a little bit fascinating. The Minnesota Vikings are 6-2, right?
Let's go, guys. Come on, think about it. That's awesome.
Work as a team.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wednesday, you can be in on this as well.
Okay.
Work as a team. How many teams on DraftKings right now have lower odds or better odds, higher odds?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are more likely to win the Super Bowl according to DraftKings? How many teams? Talk them out amongst yourselves. Let's see if you guys can get the right number and the right teams. How many teams are
Okay. Guys, let's do
more
this
likely
together.
to win the Super Bowl than the Vikings on
We're going
DraftKings?
to
Detroit.
We're going to
Detroit,
rewrite the
Kansas
entire
City.
Ravens,
country.
Kansas City,
That's 3.
San Francisco.
No.
Yes.
You think?
Yeah. Yep. And they're getting their best player back.
I know, but
Bills,
Philadelphia? The Bills, yeah, for sure. That's 4. Bills for sure.
man. I think if
Philly or not?
I don't think
Philly.
so. Because I think if Philly loses one game, they're going to fire their head coach.
Atlanta?
Everybody hates that guy. Man, that's a good guess, Hawk. Atlanta and Kirko is on fire, although I think statistically, him and Sam are having like the exact same season. I think they have the same number of touchdowns and the same number of interceptions.
I think 5.
think
Not
it's-
the Panthers.
No.
Why not the
Commanders.
Panthers?
Yeah, the Commanders. Yeah, good,
That's a good.
good one.
Oh my gosh, good
one.
pull. That's 6.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody be cool. Green Bay, do you think?
No.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Did we
I
say
don't-
Houston? We said Houston, right?
No, I don't think Houston does either. Houston's offensive line is terrible.
Okay.
All right, so we need a final answer.
6. I think it's 6.
I'm going to go 6 as
or
well.
7.
6 it is.
We might
6.
be missing one.
Okay, so you're-
6. Okay.
You're going 6 as a group? That's your final answer?
Yeah.
All right, name the 6.
San Francisco,
Baltimore.
Baltimore, Philly, Detroit,
Philly, Detroit,
KC.
KC,
Sunshine Band.
How many is that?
San Francisco, Baltimore, Philly,
Buffalo.
Detroit, KC.
And Buffalo.
Commanders.
Buffalo.
And Commanders. So
See, that's
6.
7.
Commanders would be 7.
Because
Okay.
I would take San Francisco out. So I'm going to say 6.
I'm going to say 7.
I'm going to say 6.
I'm going to go 7.
Thanks, Kirby.
You know, we were trying to get a consensus. You guys danced all around it because you had 4 different guesses. The answer is 6. And the 7th team that is right behind the Vikings is the Commanders. So
No
you guys
way.
you danced around it. The
What a
Chiefs,
good
everybody.
pull
Yeah,
by
that was
me, by
great.
the way.
pretty good. Yeah, the Chiefs are the favorites at 4-1. Then the Lions right behind them at 4.5-1. Ravens at 6-1. Bills at 8-1. Eagles at 12-1. 49ers at 13-1. Then the Vikings are at 18-1, and right behind us is the Washington Commanders at 20-1. I don't know. I'm not trying to crap on the Vikings. I think the Commanders have a better chance than the Vikings do.
I do
Especially
too.
after they brought in another
Yeah.
cornerback. I'm with you, yeah.
Marcus Lattimore,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I think they do too. That offense is dynamic and they are very good.
I wouldn't bet on either team to win the Super Bowl, but if I had to pick one, I would slightly lean towards Washington. But I think
Yeah.
I think it's fair that they're in the same range-ish, but I would have leaned slightly towards Washington, but whatever. Packers are 9th at 22-1.
Is this Rise?
No, this is the Dark Aurora. My heavy metal band.
Fan 5, then headlines. Lots to get to with Carly Zucker, including
A game?
a miniature version of a game, but also the live stream starts shortly on KFAN.com
Check it out.
/watch.
Yeah, check it out.
Check out the old Wednesday outfit.
Jump up and down.
Okay. Power Tim on the show, fan.